You guys, it's been a while since we've talked about affirmations, so that's what we're going to talk about. Yesterday morning, it's 4 a.m, it's dark out, it's just me and the birds. And there's a lot of affirmations I like here on YouTube that I'll listen to, but I was feeling led to make one of my own, which I've done many times. I do think there's something to having it be your voice, your own words. I mean, it can't get more specific to your story and your life and what specifically you want to create in yourself than it being your own words, right? You can't really get much more of a personal touch than that. So I'm riffing, I'm just doing my thing. I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. My mind will want to highlight the things that I'm working on in a certain order. And I know that order needs to be in a different order. So I'm working on that. I'm like, no, we're gonna put this first and highlight that, and then highlight career, fitness, so on and so forth. And then towards the end, I go, I am the ascended master. Which means who knows what. That's what came out of me. I am the ascended master. Elijah is the ascended master. Ooh, started going third person. That adds a whole nother level to it. This is all off the cuff. I probably have a dozen recorded affirmations, and I never script them or anything. It's just what comes out, right? So I am the ascended master. I am the ascended master. Elijah is the ascended master, right? It was about a 10-minute recording. Finished recording it, then I'm listening to it for the rest of my walk. And the point I'm wanting to get to, I wanted to tell you about today is this is how affirmations work. I didn't finish that and then get home and start warm, glowing, and I am the ascended master. I didn't get covered in some blue light and beam up to the universe. What instead happened is very much in the same way. I wanted to record my affirmations in a certain order. When I got home, I had work to do, and then I had stuff I wanted to do for me. And my mind was begging me to do the shit that I wanted to do first before I had to do my work. And because it was so fresh in my mind, as I'm wrestling with this urge, my mind goes, what would the ascended master do? Mr. Ascended Master. Elijah, the ascended master, you abundant, enlightened being that you are, what would he do? And then I'm kind of laughing to myself. I'm like, yeah, but I really just want to, I'll just tell you what it is. This is so stupid. It was writing my own workouts for this next week versus my clients' workouts. I get very excited about my training. I have a new style coming up this week, a new order, a new split. So I was super fired up and gung-ho about getting some pen on paper and mapping this whole thing out. And it's really important that you flex that muscle of doing what you need to do and then doing what you want to do. I mean, really, if our first thing that we always do is that thing that we always want to do, ultimately that's childish, right? There's a lot of different ways you could look at it. Childish versus mature. Rational logic versus emotional. Or in yesterday's case, average Joe versus the ascended being that I affirm that I am. The ascended master. And this is the whole thing. Throughout the day, there were different moments where, because of what I was doing, I felt like that ascended master. And then there were other moments where the way I was thinking, the way I was interacting with people, I did not feel like the ascended master. So because I affirmed it and said it to myself in the morning, it's not like magically my entire aura and neuro fucking chemistry and neural pathways. It's not like I was just on the straight and narrow indefinitely, obviously, right? But because it was so recent, because it was so fresh on my mind that Elijah is the ascended master, every time I went to do something stupid, my brain got to think, well, I thought you were the ascended master. The power of affirmations is that it gives you an opportunity to do different shit. That's really what it is. It gives you an opportunity to take different actions. Action wins every single time. Action trumps everything. The right action will always trump doing the wrong thing, but thinking the right thing. Like, doing the right thing and not feeling like it will always trump not doing it, but thinking, yeah, but later I'll get better at this. Like, not today, but down the road, this will be easier. Like, that's a great way to never fucking progress in your life. Affirmations have completely changed my life. They are very powerful. They will rewire your brain. They will give you new neural pathways if they're followed with doing different shit. Doing different shit. And this is why, as much as I like a lot of different affirmations that other people record, if they say something that's so off of like what you can believe, checking the watch here, got a client rolling up. If it's too far away, your mind's gonna go, I'm out of here. That's just bullshit. Like, if you already have a hard time getting behind the concept of affirmations, let alone listening to them, let alone saying them out loud along with the track, if you're already kind of skeptical, kind of on the fence, looking over your shoulder, feeling goofy, like, man, I hope someone doesn't hear me do this shit. I hope no one looks at my phone and sees the shit I'm listening to, these binaural beats and this godly voice speaking. I'm so happy and grateful. If you're already on the fence and then some line comes out of left field, like, I absolutely love my life and I'm grateful for it, and you're just deep in the muck, your mind's gonna be like, I'm out of here. Now, if you record your own, the affirmation might need to be, slowly but surely, I am incrementally getting better at appreciating this life. There's a lot more verbiage there. It's not as straightforward, but your mind might can say, okay, so he's not rushing me. He said slowly but surely, incrementally, so it's not like this instant 180. Still stressing me out. Like, I'd really rather continue hating my life, but he's saying slowly but surely, incrementally. All right, I can get behind that. It needs to be just slightly above where your belief currently is. If it's something really specific, or if it's something more general, like mine was yesterday. Excuse me. If ascended master is a little out there for you, maybe your affirmation goes, every day I am incrementally more confident than the previous day. I am confident in my conversations, in the way I carry myself, in the way I speak to the world. Maybe you go along those lines. And then 10 minutes later, you have an opportunity to speak to someone that might require some confidence. What you do in that moment is the most important shit. What you do in that moment is the most important shit. If you go, well, maybe later, maybe tomorrow, for sure you actually just did like a reversal. You just had a reversal affirmation. Now you're less confident because you said one thing and you did a different thing, further affirming that you're not confident. That is how affirmations can actually backlash and totally fuck you up, backtrack you. But if you said it, and as the opportunity to do something that requires confidence comes up, and your mind goes, hey, motherfucker, you said you are a more confident being with every single passing day, so here we are, and you talk to that person and have that conversation, now it's a win-win. You gained even more confidence than if you had that same action without the affirmation, because now it's like, it's double points. You got double XP on. You got double XP on when you do that, because you said you're a more confident being, and 10 minutes later, you fucking proved it. That's some good shit. That is going to change your life if you prove it, if you do it, if you do both. Double XP. Love that. Hey, I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next one.